going to put out the challenge first. The challenge is to read one chapter out of the book of Proverbs every day and to take notes. There are 31 chapters in the book of Proverbs. Fits the calendar almost perfectly, except for the month of February with only 28 days. But the other months, you can read one chapter a day and read through the book of Proverbs and take notes. And why take notes? Because if you'll take notes, you'll learn what it says in the book of Proverbs. I'm going to give you a quick look. Okay. These are notes that I made on Proverbs chapter 18. It says today is the 18th of February. You would read Proverbs chapter 18. This is John Hauser on my YouTube channel, Free Advice. And the free advice that I want to give you is to learn the book of Proverbs. The book of Proverbs is found in the Bible. This is a Bible. The book of Proverbs is found in the Bible and is found in the Old Testament. It's pretty easy to find. I shall turn over to Proverbs chapter 18 and just give you a sample. And I'll reference some notes. Proverbs 18, he says, "Whoever isolates himself seeks his own desire. He breaks out against all sound judgment." So what is he talking about here? Well, he's talking about somebody that won't listen to reason and somebody that intentionally wants to do evil. In spite of what their family has told them and their friends have told them, they deliberately want to do evil. I personally know of someone that he decided that he would move in with his girlfriend. And we advised him against it because those things generally don't work out when young people move in together. They get a lease together. The short story was 6 months, it did not work out. And a lot of people ended up with some very hurt feelings. But this young man went and did what it says in this verse: whoever isolates himself seeks his own desire. Didn't listen to any advice that parents or friends or anybody gave him and ended up making a mess. So the book of Proverbs is full of little gems like that. It says here in verse 2, "A fool takes no pleasure in understanding, but only in expressing his opinion." In other words, the person that's foolish doesn't ever stop to listen. They just continually talk. And if somebody tries to give them advice, they ignore the advice. I think I hear my puppy at the door. Come on. Sure enough, my puppy was at the door. Millie. She interrupted my video. Verse 6 says, "A fool's lips walk into a fight, and his mouth invites a beating." Now, it's not all about being foolish, but there's a lot of good instruction in this. In this chapter, it says, in verse 15, "An intelligent heart acquires knowledge." Now, notice what he says. An intelligent heart acquires knowledge. Somebody that has reasonable intelligence can take this book and can study it and can gain knowledge about the Bible, about God, about Jesus Christ, and about life in general. Because in this book is contained the wisdom of Solomon and the other writers, and this wisdom, this knowledge can be used to lead a good, satisfactory, and happy life. In verse 19, he says, a brother offended is more unyielding than a strong city. He says over here, oh, this is a good one. Verse 22. This is a good one. It says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. Oh, you got to be careful with this verse, because I read this verse, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. And I told my wife one time, I said, well, I found you. I found a good thing. That's Proverbs chapter 18, verse 22. Look it up. It's right there. It says, he who finds a good wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. So this is John Hauser with free advice. I am a Vietnam veteran who became a Christian in 1974. Been reading the book for 52 years. Haven't been perfect. Made a lot of mistakes. But I would like to offer you this challenge to sit down with one chapter out of the book of Proverbs each day with your notepad and a pen. And if your puppy happens to come in, like mine did, sit down and make notes. The challenge, read and take notes daily. Read and take notes daily on one chapter of the book of Proverbs every day. Thanks for watching, and hope this was helpful.